In this lecture, we'll be covering includes in PHP. So we'll see how we can clean and organize our code using includes. And with includes, what we will be actually doing is we'll be dividing our index page into separate sections like header, content, and footer. And then we'll be including all these partial controls or components using includes directive. So not only it will make them reusable in other pages, but it will also make the index page clean and much more organized. So let's go ahead and see how we can use includes in our pages. So as of now, this is the whole form that we have. I have actually included a couple of things over here like header, and then this is the content that we have, our form, and then we have footer. So as of now, if I run this project, this is how you will see it. So this is our user registration form. We have name and email and submit button. This is the header, and then this is the footer. Now, what we'll be actually doing is, here you can see that we have created another directory called views, or we can say it partials as well. You can name whatever you want. So here I'm calling it views. And then you can see I have created 3 separate files: header.php, footer.php, and content.php. So what I'll be doing is I'll be taking the header from here, I'll be cutting it out from here, and I'll move this in this file header.php. So now the header section goes into header.php. Similarly, the content section will be removed from here and will be inserted in content.php. Next we have footer. So footer is now removed from here, and we are now putting it over here inside footer.php. Now we have these 3 separate files. What we need is we need to include them over here inside the body tag in a specific sequence like they were earlier. So to do that, we'll be actually making use of the include directive, you can say. So here I'll be making use of the PHP tag and closing it over here. Next we will be having include, and then you can see that I'm making the views slash header.php. So the first file that we include is views header.php. Next we will be including content, because after header we had content, so I'll say content.php. And finally we will be including footer.php. So here I'll say footer.php. Now if you see this page, you can see how clean it is looking, and then you also know where exactly to modify each of these contents, because mostly when you will be working with projects, you'll find that header and footer are something which will be consistent across many pages. So it's very convenient to have them as partial controls and then make use of include directive to include them in your pages. That's what we are doing over here. So after saving this, we'll be executing the project again. And here you can see that you don't see any difference at all. If I just take you to the view page source, you will see the same page coming up. And here, even if you inspect it using the Chrome DevTools, you'll see the same page as we were seeing earlier without using includes. But with this, you get the feature that these files are actually processed when they are included over here. So unless you're not using them over here, they won't be processed at all. So that's another thing or another benefit. And this way you can easily manage contents at your end. If you're working on a big project, having smaller files makes them reusable as well as manageable. So that was all about include directive in PHP. In the next one, we'll see require directive.